Have you ever wondered what happens to your body if you drink mint tea every day? This simple infusion, which may seem like just a refreshing drink, hides properties that go far beyond flavor. In different cultures, mint tea has always occupied a prominent place, whether in Egyptian banquets, Greek medicinal practices, or traditional Chinese medicine wellness routines. But today, with the advancement of science, we are able to understand more clearly the real impact of this apparently harmless habit. Mint, with its unmistakable aroma and slightly spicy flavor, is rich in compounds such as menthol, flavonoids, and tannins, all known for their therapeutic effects on the human body. Its main highlight, menthol, acts directly on receptors in our nervous system, bringing effects ranging from muscle relaxation to respiratory relief. But what really happens when you make this tea a daily habit? Is it just a benefit? Or are there hidden risks in this practice? In this video, you will discover 7 surprising effects that daily consumption of mint tea can have on your body. What's more, we will explain not only the benefits, but also the care that needs to be taken to make the most of everything this plant has to offer, without compromising your health. The idea here is not just to inform, but to transform the way you see this very common drink. Get your cup ready because what comes next could change your routine for the better. Let's start with what is perhaps the most immediate and noticeable benefit of all: digestive relief. A few minutes after drinking a cup of mint tea, many people feel immediate relief in their stomach. And it's not an impression. This effect has a scientific basis. Menthol, the active compound in mint, acts directly on the smooth muscles of the gastrointestinal tract, helping to relax them. This means fewer involuntary contractions, fewer cramps, and most importantly, less abdominal discomfort. This relaxation facilitates the transit of food through the intestine, relieving symptoms such as mild constipation, gas, and that feeling of fullness that persists after a heavy meal. More than that, mint tea also stimulates the production of bile, a substance produced by the liver that helps in the digestion of fats. In other words, it improves not only comfort, but the efficiency of the digestive process. A study published in Journal of Gastroenterology reinforces this action. Patients with irritable bowel syndrome who consumed peppermint oil capsules showed a significant reduction in the frequency and intensity of attacks. Although tea is milder than concentrated oil, the effects follow the same logic. But be careful. Despite being a powerful ally, excessive consumption of tea, especially right after very fatty or spicy meals, can have the opposite effect in sensitive people, generating gastric discomfort. This happens because menthol, by relaxing the muscles, can also affect the lower esophageal sphincter, facilitating reflux in those who are already predisposed. The best way to consume? In moderation, preferably warm, between 20 and 30 minutes after main meals. It is the ideal time for the digestive system to be fully active and to benefit to the maximum from the properties of tea. Now that your stomach is lighter, it's time to understand how this drink can also influence your mind, and in a much deeper way than you imagine. A hidden superfood that can take your results even further. In addition to the foods in this video, there is a little-known superfood that can boost your results. The Moringa Magic supplement combines the incredible benefits of this plant to reduce inflammation, increase your energy, and strengthen your body. Want to know more? The link is in the pinned comment and in the description. Now, keep watching, because the next foods on this list could transform your health. If you've ever felt a sense of relief just breathing in the aroma of mint tea, know that it's no coincidence. Menthol, in addition to acting on the digestive system, also has a direct action on the central nervous system. It acts as a mild natural sedative, capable of reducing the activity of certain brain receptors linked to tension, irritability, and anxiety. Studies published in International Journal of Neuroscience point out that regular consumption of mint tea can promote mental relaxation, especially in times of mild to moderate stress. In clinical tests, volunteers reported an improvement in sleep quality and a reduction in mental agitation after nightly consumption of the tea. And here comes an interesting point. Unlike many calming drinks, Mint does not cause abrupt drowsiness. It induces a feeling of tranquility without compromising mental clarity or focus. This effect is particularly useful for people who live under constant pressure or have difficulty winding down at night. Incorporating peppermint tea as part of a transition ritual between the fast pace of the day and the rest of the night can help signal to the body that it's time to relax. A darker environment, a hot cup of tea, and a few minutes of conscious breathing can further enhance this effect. But it's worth remembering, although tea is a great ally, it does not replace specific therapies or professional support for severe anxiety or more serious sleep disorders. It is a natural support, which can make a difference when used consistently and within a balanced lifestyle. With a calmer mind and lighter body, it's time to understand what else this drink can offer. And now, let's dive into benefits that go beyond the nervous system, reaching your breathing, your immunity, and even your breath. Mint tea goes far beyond digestion and mental relaxation. It can also become a true ally for your immunity and respiratory health. Menthol, again the protagonist, has a decongestant and expectorant action, which makes the tea a great choice during times of flu, colds, or sinusitis attacks. When ingested, it helps to dilute the mucus accumulated in the airways and facilitates its elimination. And when inhaled during the infusion, it provides immediate relief from nasal congestion. This action is so effective that many cough syrups and drops use menthol as an active ingredient. But in tea, in addition to menthol, you also consume antioxidants that strengthen the immune system, such as flavonoids. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, reducing inflammation and increasing the body's natural resistance to viral and bacterial infections. And the respiratory benefits don't stop there. Gargling with warm peppermint tea can soothe mild sore throats and mouth irritations, especially after a day of intense talking or exposure to dry air. This brings us to another important point: taking care of your breath. Mint has antimicrobial properties that help reduce the presence of bacteria in the mouth, those that cause bad breath. Including tea in your daily routine can, little by little, bring a lasting feeling of freshness and contribute to the prevention of gingivitis. Of course, tea does not replace brushing and flossing, but it can be an excellent natural reinforcement in taking care of your oral health. To take advantage of this effect, the ideal is to drink the tea warm, especially after meals, or use it as a mouthwash in cases of mild inflammation. And if so far we have only talked about the positive effects, the time has come to look at the other side of the coin. Could drinking mint tea every day be harmful? The answer demands attention, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Despite all the benefits, it is necessary to remember, mint tea, like any substance with an active action on the body, also requires moderation and awareness in consumption. One of the main points of attention is its action on the lower esophageal sphincter, the valve that prevents the contents of the stomach from returning to the esophagus. Menthol, by relaxing smooth muscles, can compromise this function, favoring episodes of gastric reflux in predisposed people. Therefore, anyone who already suffers from heartburn or esophagitis should avoid frequent consumption, or at least talk to a healthcare professional before including tea in their daily routine. Another important point is drug interactions. Studies indicate that regular consumption of peppermint can alter the absorption of certain medications, such as those used to control hypertension, acid reflux, and type 2 diabetes. Although the risk is low in moderate doses, repeated daily consumption should be evaluated if you continually use medications. For pregnant women, the warning is even clearer. During the first trimester of pregnancy, frequent consumption of teas with uterotonic action, such as mint, should be avoided, as they can stimulate contractions. Furthermore, young children, especially those under 5 years of age, should not consume the tea without pediatric guidance, as their bodies are more sensitive to the action of compounds such as menthol. Anyone who has a history of gallstones should also be aware, as mint can stimulate the production of bile, which can worsen the problem. And finally, an essential warning: never use mint essential oil orally without professional supervision. It is highly concentrated and, when administered incorrectly, can cause serious poisoning. In summary, mint tea is safe for most people, as long as it is consumed in balance. 1 or 2 cups a day are enough to enjoy its effects without taking any risks. And now that you know where the limit is, how about learning how to incorporate this habit into your routine in a practical and enjoyable way? Incorporating mint tea into your routine can be simpler and more pleasurable than you might think. The first step is to choose a mint of good origin. If possible, opt for fresh, organically grown leaves. They better preserve active compounds and guarantee a more intense sensory experience. But if you don't have access, sachet tea also fulfills its role, as long as it's from a reliable brand and without additives. The ideal preparation involves heating the water to the boiling point and only then turning off the heat. Then add the leaves or sachet and cover for about 5 to 7 minutes. This ensures that the menthol and antioxidants are extracted without volatilizing. Avoid sweetening, especially with refined sugar. If you want to enhance the flavor, a little honey or a slice of lemon are good options. About the best times to consume. Mint tea can be excellent after main meals, helping with digestion. And it also works as a natural shutdown at night, before bed. If you prefer something more complete, try combining it with chamomile or ginger on colder days, creating a functional and welcoming infusion. Throughout this video, you discovered that peppermint tea is not just a refreshing drink. It can improve digestion, relieve stress, strengthen immunity, and even help with oral health care. He also saw that despite being natural, its consumption requires attention and moderation. Knowing how to enjoy the benefits without ignoring the risks is the true secret of a healthy habit. If this information made sense to you, now is the time to act. Try adding peppermint tea into your routine for the next 7 days and see how your body responds. And of course, share your experience in the comments. Did you like the content? Subscribe to the channel and send this video to someone who deserves to take care of their health more lightly. Because sometimes all we need is a good cup of tea.